That was the day my hand began to swell, the day I hit the old woman on the head with my clay pot. That day, I went to the village river. I was young, proud, and rude. People feared my mouth because I spoke to anyone anyhow. I believed I was the most beautiful girl in the village, so I felt untouchable. An old woman stood by the river with her walking stick. She looked tired. She asked me, "My daughter, help me fetch water." I picked up my clay pot and hit her. "Who is your slave? Am I the one that brought you to this world?" I walked away feeling proud. 3 days later, my hand began to swell. Day and night, the pain did not stop. I cried. I went to the village herbalist. He looked at my hand and said, "Go and look for the old woman you insulted. Apologize to her. That is the only cure." My heart shook. I ran to the river area. I asked the neighbors. Then they told me something that broke me. The old woman died yesterday. My hand did not go down. That was when fear truly entered my life. At first, I told myself it was a lie. How can a slap cause this kind of sickness? I wrapped my hand with cloth. I soaked it in hot water. I chewed bitter leaves and rubbed them on it. Nothing worked. Instead, the swelling spread from my palm to my wrist, from my wrist to my elbow. My fingers became stiff like dry wood. The pain burned like fire inside my bones. At night, I could not sleep. Each time I closed my eyes, I saw the old woman's face. The way she looked at me, not with anger, not with shouting, just silence. That silence began to follow me everywhere. People in the village noticed my hand. They began to whisper, "That is the rude girl. That is the one who slapped Mama by the river. Didn't you hear? The old woman is dead." My pride began to melt. I stopped going out. I stopped laughing. The same mouth people once feared now stayed quiet. The same beauty I trusted could not save me. 1 week after, when my parents came back from the city and saw my hand, my mother screamed when she saw my hand for the first time. She dropped the bag she was holding. "My child, what is this?" I could not lie anymore. I told her everything. The river, the slap, the insult. My father did not shout. That silence again. The same silence the old woman gave me. Then he said words that cut deeper than pain. "Respect is the cloth that covers beauty. Without it, you are naked." They carried me to another herbalist, then another, then to a prayer house in the next village. They prayed, they rubbed oils, they beat drums, they shouted, but my hand remained swollen. One night, the pain became too much. I screamed and rolled on the floor. That was when I saw her, the old woman. She stood at the corner of my room, leaning on her walking stick. Her eyes were calm. Her face had no anger. I shouted, "I'm sorry, I'm sorry." She did not answer. She only raised her stick and pointed at my hand. I woke up shaking, soaked in sweat. From that day, my life changed. Children ran from me. Friends avoided me. No one wanted to be close to the cursed girl. Even at the river, people shifted away. I finally understood something too late. Being feared is not the same as being respected. Weeks passed. My hand grew heavier. I could no longer lift it properly. One evening, a stranger entered our compound. She was old, bent, and slow. She looked like the woman I slapped, but she wasn't her. She asked for water. My mother rushed to help her, but I stopped her. With tears in my eyes, I struggled up. I carried the bucket with my good hand. I knelt down painfully and gave the woman water. She looked at me closely. "My daughter," she said softly, "your hand is speaking louder than your mouth ever did." I broke down. I told her everything. She sighed and said, "The dead do not hear apologies, but the living must still learn." She told me to do something difficult. Go to the old woman's grave, not to beg for healing, but to accept your wrongdoing. At dawn, my father followed me. We stood before the small mound of earth behind the trees. No stones, no flowers. I knelt down slowly. "My mother," I said, my voice shaking, "I slapped you when you needed help. I insulted you when you were tired. I thought beauty made me powerful. I was wrong." I pressed my swollen hand into the sand. I accept whatever comes. For the first time in many weeks, the pain stopped. Not completely, but enough for me to breathe. The swelling did not disappear immediately. No miracle happened that day. But from that moment, it began to reduce slowly. Not because of medicine, not because of prayer alone, but because my heart had changed. Today, my hand still carries scars. My fingers are not as straight as before, but I am grateful because that hand taught me what my parents couldn't, what beauty couldn't, what pride blinded me from seeing. Now, when I go to the river, I fetch water for the old. I greet before I speak. I kneel before I answer. I am no longer feared, and that is my healing. Today, I am telling you this myself. Beauty is not power, and pride can destroy what medicine cannot heal. If you are watching this, respect people, especially those older than you. You never know which moment will become your lesson, because one day, you will stand where they stand, and what you gave is what will answer you. If this story touched your heart, don't scroll past it. Like this video so more people can learn this lesson. Share it with someone who needs to hear it today, and subscribe to this channel for more powerful African stories. stories that teach life, respect, and wisdom. Leave a comment below and tell us, what lesson did this story teach you? Your voice matters.